Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to a flip through of my creative daily journal. I don't know where I've been or you've been or what is. This is February. I swear I already flipped it for you. I haven't found it. I don't know what happened to it. And if you've seen it already, let me know. I don't understand. But let's flip it again. What do you say? This is February. It is. We're in a little tight there. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to stay right there for you. It is a fat little journal of love that I made out of a Dolly Parton cake box. And I had made a few journals just for fun, maybe to sell, maybe to give, whatever. This was one of them. And February came around and I decided it was perfect to celebrate February for myself. It is my daughter's birthday and we celebrated in Nashville. So what better way? And she is a huge Dolly fan. So Dolly, of course, made the cut for the journal. Even with this very thick seam binding this thing right here, it is completely gator mouthing. So I did put a tie on it and it's just a chunk of love is what it is. But let's flip through it. On the outside here, I have some fun things tied on from the month. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. There's a ribbon. This is like from a cupcake, obviously from Valentine's Day at school. Where did this bow come from? This is a barrette bow that someone gave me for something at school. This is off of our bracelets from the Oyster Fest. Here is a guitar pick from Nashville and off of a Valentine that I got from a kid. So just so much fun, so much fun. So let's open it and see. It is just so fat, you guys. Okay. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new, you know I'm doing an item of the month challenge for myself and everybody is absolutely included. It is simply a way for me to work through my stash and my supplies. And so I pull an item randomly every month, and this month happened to be stamps. So the challenge is for every page to have a stamp on it. Okay. I'm trying to just kind of figure out, why do I use things? Why do I not? So we'll check and make sure or hope that I made it. Again, this journal may or may not be done. And I'll tell you what, it is done. So whatever's done is done. How about that? All right. This is just my cover page. This is a very old printable from Christy Tomlinson and her Planner Girls. I've had it in my planners for a very long time, and I decided to probably finally give her a proper final home. Okay. Much like many of our months, I don't know how, it just is crazy to me. But anyway, we ended up traveling the first week of this month. This is the last parents' weekend for my son in college. And so they always have a big weekend for the parents. I ended up going. My husband actually ended up not going, which was obviously very different for us. So I have a little half pocket, whatever here. We went down. It says, so Saturday's the 1st. It says not great wind. Yeah. So we flew down Thursday night. Normally at midnight I fly down. Friday, is the day thing. And then Saturday is the regatta. I ended up sailing with him. The parents have to race. The parents have to sail. The college kids can crew on the boat, but they're not allowed to skipper. Right. So I ended up skippering, which was fun. My husband normally does it. I normally go out in the cheer, the family boat. So they had a beautiful dinner afterwards, which was fun, up on the rooftop bar. And I just used some of the, oh, there's Whiskey Dog. Fun journal cards just as like picture holders basically. And I put my son and his girlfriend on the back there. And then this was from Happy Meal out of our children's book. Look how stinking cute that is. We used to have a cardboard boat in our living room for a very long time. And my son was a pirate forever. And then they have these giant beach chairs at the hotel. And so it just says, after racing and cocktails, we went to very expensive tacos. But it's always a great time and a visit. And then we went to a fun ice cream place and we had yummy ice cream and a visit. We did not go to the Rager parent party, much to everyone's disappointment. My husband normally represents pretty well at these things, and he was not there, and they were definitely missing him. But we had a great time and just kind of a low-key evening. It was very nice. So Sunday the 2nd is Groundhog Day. It's my mom's birthday. We sent her this gorgeous, gorgeous blue orchid. So it was fun to talk to her and get that picture. We had a great brunch with my son's coach this morning. And then we met his girlfriend. We went to shuck oysters at the Oyster Festival, which was super fun. It was a giant festival. Not really my favorite thing. We like good oysters. And so, thousands of people eating oysters is not maybe the best quality of stuff. I don't know. It's fun. There was lots of restaurants there. It was fun to go. It was like the 60th anniversary or 40th anniversary of this particular plantation hosting it. So we did that. After that, afterwards I went to dinner. We had watermelon and chicken for dinner. My son studied and his girlfriend meal prepped for her week. And then, I went to Publix is why this is in here. And then this is a little fork from the day. All right. So the next day is the 3rd. And, he obviously has school while I'm there, and the girlfriend works. And so I laid out by the pool. It was so nice. Had a beautiful, restful day while he was at school and she was at work. Yeah, spent time by the pool, and I took their dog for a long walk, and it was raining at home. And then that night I took them to dinner, and this is where my son wanted to eat. So we went to, it's called Poogan's Porch. It's a historic restaurant in a home there and has a really cool story. So I just, this was one of their little menu things or whatever that you could take or for kids or whatever. So I popped to that in there. I took him to dinner there. Traditional Southern food. We had catfish and yumminess. It was a great last night in Charleston. And then the next day, I said goodbye to my boy. It was 74 in Charleston. And this is just like a little one of those quotes, from Instagram or whatever. It says, I think one of my favorite things in the world is laughing with my kids and realizing how much I truly enjoy and cherish just hanging out with them. And it was so true. It's just so cool. So I said goodbye to him. He took me to the rental car place, and I rented a car, and I drove from Charleston, South Carolina to Knoxville. And, so here it says I slept in. Yep, I took the dog for a walk, and then when he got out of class, he took me to the rental car place. We had a quick lunch, and then, he dropped me off. Oh my gosh, I got a brand new minivan. It was so funny. Yep, it was raining, and so, the weather in South Carolina, I don't know, it was just funny. But anyway, I got a brand new minivan. Nobody wanted the minivan. I was like, I'll take the minivan. It doesn't matter. So here I went. I drove that day up to Knoxville, but I had never been to Buc-ee's. So I went to Buc-ee's, and it was amazing. But anyway, it was a hoot. I was just checking it out and sending my family pictures because my husband and daughter had stopped there when they had drove down. So I got a little chicken salad, which was yummy. And then that night I got to see my daughter. So this was my morning with my boy and my night with my girl. And this little card just says, hello, darling. And then I made it to Knoxville after stopping at Buc-ee's, almost 10 o'clock. Yeah. And talked about her day. And here's the whiskey dog jumping on my bed that night and loving me. He is such a giant dog that thinks he's not a giant dog. So that was the 4th. This is the 5th, which is Wednesday. It is the night before my daughter's birthday. And so we made her this sweet little Dolly Parton cake. And that is her vintage Pyrex pan that I bought her a long time ago that she loves with the blue cornflower on it. If you know, you know. And her roommates, we frosted it with Dolly Parton. I know. It's her 21st birthday. We made a box cake from Dolly Parton. It's okay. We are not checking out stamps. Let's go back really quickly. Well, first of all, as usual, I cheated a little bit. I did do all of my numbers with stamps. So if they are not somewhere else on the page, then I'm getting credit for that. So at least I use them every day on my page. So this is the second. The first, here's the boat and a sunshine. The second, it looks like just this number maybe. The third, here's the sunshine again. Yeah, and the number. Okay, the fourth. Let's see what we're doing here. Maybe I need to add some more stamps. This is the number here. Yeah, it's hard for me to use stamps. Like they're not close to my desk. I mean, I have a few, like the phone and the sunshine and the whatever, but like other ones you got to get up and get and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, here's a little piece of paper with a stamp on it here. And it just said a fun day with Rue, coffee, and then errands. And we went to Big Lots to purchase pillows, and we got some other goodies. She had night class. Oh yeah, her first night class, and had dinner. She logged on and I went to get my nails done and to the market for cake and frosting. Oh, I also dyed my hair. Here's the thing from the hair dye. And because I didn't have time to get it done, oh my gosh, I dyed my hair while the cake was cooking. And I just used part of the box here. I cut out the cake, obviously, and used it for part of the pocket here. And then here is where we ate. And, or I'm sorry, where we had coffee, rather. Sorry. This was a little place that, like, she follows this girl on Instagram and she wanted to go there. And so we did that. So these are stamps right here. Let's see. Okay. So the 6th is my little girl's birthday. She woke up and her roommate and I had like put up balloons and everything at like 2:00 in the morning. I was so tired. So I said, yeah, we put up balloons late at night to surprise Rue. We had a good morning and coffee. I drove Rue to class, and then I packed the car and I picked her up after class. We dropped off whiskey with the boys and hit the road. They have a whole house of boys that live about 5 minutes away or whatever. And so they all love whiskey. And so they agreed to watch him, for the weekend. So we took his kennel, we took his thing, took everything over there, and they were so excited to have him. So anyway, so then she and I drove from Knoxville up to Nashville, which was fun. We stopped at another Buc-ee's on the way. I didn't know there was going to be one, otherwise I wouldn't have stopped. But anyway, we had stopped. And then, yeah, so she opened up her sash. I got her like a crown and a sash. And the only rule was she had to wear it all day, no matter where we went. And so like even at Buc-ee's, she has her little birthday sash on. We made it to Nashville. We did stop at Target and we checked into our hotel, the valet car. Oh yeah, valet car only at the hotel. The parking was so expensive. This is a stamp here. Welcome. It says welcome to Nashville, and I put stamp to love. So that was fun. So this is all an extra page here. So the actual 6th, this is all this page right here with the white to the Jello page is the actual 6th. And then I tipped this whole thing in right here. This was a, like advertisement, about Nashville. So, Daddy flew in to Nashville and we picked him up at the airport and took him back to the hotel, and he showered and we hit the town. We had reservations at, well, this is not it. We had reservations at Dolly Parton's restaurant. So this is her here. And then we went out to the bar. So this is, this was the coolest bartender. But of course, every bar we went to bought us drinks and bought her shots and bought her whatever. This is the rooftop of a really cool hotel we went to, hotel bar, and like wristbands and everything. So this was super fun. This was our hotel. They gave her this card and like a bottle of whatever. So it was very sweet. Ironically, this is all stamped. I know. So this is just like the back of the brochure. Again, this is the actual page that I had in here with a birthday surprise Jello cake, and I could not cover it. So this is from the cake box. It says can't get enough Dolly. And then this is a stamp right here that I put on this little journal spot. And it just says we had a wonderful dinner at Dolly's restaurant, white limousine, beautiful atmosphere and fun food. She's so beautiful. We Ubered to dinner and then we walked around, and we ended up walking the rest of the weekend. We didn't know, like, we were as close as we were. And so we Ubered there, plus it was raining. But the rest of the night we just walked everywhere, and the rest of the 3 days we just walked. So it was really fun. So I just love this whole page. I love this so much. And she loves Dolly, and it was fun to eat at Dolly's restaurant. It was really cool. All right, the 7th was fun. My son and his girlfriend drove in that morning. They drove from South Carolina up to Nashville, and we hit it. We hit the bars hard. All of them, I want to say. Not, I mean, like obviously not all of them, but we went to quite a few. So here is a stamp here. Here is a stamp, and it says, my husband, Rue, and I walked to coffee this morning. Feels good to walk every day. Because like I said, we didn't drive. And so we walked everywhere. It was really great. My son and his girlfriend arrived midday, and we hit the town for lunch. We went to Hattie B's, which if you haven't been there, I didn't know. I'll show you our thing in a minute. Oh my gosh, that's right. My son had a school work call. So then he had to go back to the hotel, and then he rejoined us. We hit the town bar. We had a wonderful time. She got lots of birthday songs and lots of birthday wishes. These guys sang to her and bought her shots and called her up on stage. It was really fun. It was just really fun. And like, we had a great time, and we stayed out. We closed down the bars at like 3 a.m. or whatever. Yeah, it was really great. Here's the coffee bar we went to. This is the new Luke Combs Category 10 bar that's open, and it is stunning. It is amazing. The whole roof and ceiling inside is amazing. If you're there, check it out. Yeah, so we went well into the night. My son's girlfriend and Rue rode. Oh yeah, they rode mechanical bulls. There she is riding a bull. Oh my gosh. And everybody, like I said, was just buying her drinks and wishing her happy birthday. It was very, very sweet. So here's a picture of a cocktail. So, and this is all this day. I just kept tipping in. So we went to Hattie B's, and I guess I glued this part down. I didn't know my son, I told you this when I made the page, but if you weren't here, my son had brought me back one of these little flags. They know when they go places or whatever to bring me back stuff. It's just the cutest thing ever. So, anyway, when we ordered our food, you order it and you have to tell them how hot. And so when we got ours, we had every flavor they have. We had mild, medium, and hot, and then shut the cluck up. And so I was just dying. I thought it was hilarious. Obviously mine's the mild. Okay. I admit it. So, then we went shopping for hats. I wanted to buy everybody matching hats because it's also like, if you haven't been to Nashville, I've only been once, but my humble opinion is it's like a country Vegas, if you will, maybe. I don't know. There's lots of partying going on. There's lots of bridal parties. It's not as, I mean, there's not gambling like Vegas, but like just happening all the time. So anyway, lots of parties going on. And so I was like, we should all get matching hats. I feel like that is a definite for this trip, but we looked and looked and looked, but here's my husband and son trying on hats. We ended up not getting matching hats, but it was fun. And we also played a boot game. I think I got a picture of it. But anyway, we really wanted to buy my daughter a pair of new cowboy boots, and they have many boot stores there. But every boot store we went into, we would all pick up, she'd have to walk away. We'd all pick a pair that we thought she would like, and then we'd line them all up, and then she would rank them in order of what she liked. So that was fun too. She ended up not buying a pair. We actually still have to buy her a pair. She can't find the ones she wants, essentially. But anyway, we ended up eating at, here she is at Hattie B's, but we ended up eating at food trucks for dinner, which was super fun. They had really fun food trucks, and they were like all in a circle in a parking lot, essentially. So we all got to order, separate things or whatever, which was fun, and try and sit at a table, and it was awesome. So I've cut up like bits of our wristbands and stuff to use kind of as page flags. These are wristbands from different bars or whatnot. Here's part of my cup from Hank Williams Jr. bar. It was super fun. All right. The next day is Saturday the 8th. And we had a great time. So we went to coffee in the morning, and then all day, baby. We went, my husband and son actually went for a run. And, while they were doing that, we went to the, I don't even know, Museum of Country. Yeah. We missed it. We got there too late. They weren't going to start another tour. It was still like $25 each to get in, and they were only open for an hour or something. So we just did the outside part and like whatever. It was okay. My daughter was fine. We did not plan that. We are not planners, and to do it again, I would check on what time they close, all that kind of stuff. But we loved this. I always say I always want bigger hair. I have very fine hair. I have very thin hair, and I want nothing more than big 80s hair again. And for many years, you guys have heard me say, like, my hairdresser will not perm it. I mean, not that it's even big enough to perm now, but even 15, 20 years ago, he wouldn't re-perm it for me. I was cracking up. And so I always say the higher to God, the closer to Jesus, you know what I mean? Or higher the hair, closer to Jesus type thing. And so this was the pillow, the higher the hair, the closer to God. And I was cracking up. And so I sent it to my hairdresser now. Oh, she was dying. So we went all night. Again, we went, and then it says this was the last bar of the trip. The kids were going to do karaoke, but again, it was way too long of a line. We had a fun day. We shopped and tried to go to the museum, but it was too late. Yeah, the boys went running and the girls hung out in town. But we had a great time at the karaoke bar, and there's a little stamp right there. Really fun time. We had a great time. And this was a fun bar. I didn't write down which one it was, but you got to add your dollar bills. You know, you wrote your name on your dollar bill and taped it to the wall essentially. And so that was super fun for her. We played darts a long time. Yeah, got drinks, whatever. And I finally got a hat. So here is the tag from the hat. There's the hat. Here's the tag. And here is my daughter in one of the bars under a cool sign. It just says, "That's Nashville, baby." Here is a little stamp here and a stamp here. We did go to Printer's Alley. That was really fun. So here's a little history on it. We actually ended up eating dinner there that night. And we did read a lot and like go in and look at some of their statues and stuff like that at the Country Music Hall of Fame. But there's my daughter and my son's girlfriend with their Willie Nelson hats on. So just so cool. And then this was a beer that my son had. So he, of course, peeled that label off and gave it to me because I trained them well. So that was a super fun day. Whoops. We are taped or glued together. What's happening? Oh, no. Okay. All right. This is Sunday, and it is the Super Bowl. Yeah, a little bit of glue there. My, what's happening here? Everybody had to go home. My son and his girlfriend drove Rue home on their way, like from Nashville. They dropped her off in Tennessee and then continued home to Charleston. So that was a long day of driving for them. And my husband and I got on a flight and headed back to Seattle. So I took the room key there. We headed back. Nashville is 37 degrees. Here is, so Chiefs played Eagles in the Super Bowl, and the Eagles won 40-22. There's a little picture of Taylor there. And I stamped this Home Sweet Home on this airplane, which I thought was kind of fun. And I just said early flight. We left the hotel at 4:30 in the morning. The kids left soon after us, and all three drove to Knoxville. They stopped at Buc-ee's and drove Rue and Whiskey home. And and a short visit with Whiskey. Sorry, we got home mid-morning. I took a bath and journaled and unpacked. And Rue got home for the game, and my son and his girlfriend made it home late, in time to watch also. We got some groceries and Chinese food, and we prepped for the week tomorrow. It has been a full week since I've been gone. So I left, the Thursday before, and I did Charleston, and then I did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in, Tennessee. So it's now time to go back to work. I was watching Code Black here on, I think, Amazon. I really liked it. And then here was the Chinese food. It says a new relationship is about to blossom and you will be blessed. And this says new delivery this month. Oh, of coffee. My husband got his new delivery of his coffee. That was a Christmas gift from Atlas Coffee, and he absolutely loved it. So pretty cool. All right, so that was Sunday the 9th. Ooh, big breath. Okay, so Monday the 10th, we are back at work. Again, here's a stamp, here's a stamp, here's a stamp, here's a stamp. This was actually a Happy Meal stamp, I think, that came that way. And so again, I have a little pocket here. Here's a stamp, here's a stamp. Okay, Work today, glad to be missed. Super busy and catching up with the kids. We stayed busy and then headed home, ran errands, printed up pics, and my husband came home early today and exercised. So yeah, trying to get back in the swing of things after just like being a muck, right? This was a this was a little note that the person that covered for me left on my desk, and so I just put that in there, and then I got Happy Mail this day, obviously, and so I made a little note there. I think I filmed it for you guys. All right, the next day is Tuesday the 11th. I had a long talk with Rue, and I'm at work going like this. I don't really know. This is a piece of artwork from one of the kiddos at work that gave me, but I didn't write on here, so I put, so we officially can't use the classroom anymore. Oh, I talked to the principal into letting me clean out a room being used for storage. It worked, and while I made very little progress, did find some goodies though. Old agendas and artwork. Frustrated. Okay, frustrated regarding office space. Had a long talk with my daughter. I love our talks. So I found the old planner. That's where I got this. And this was old artwork that was in one of the notebooks. But some of this, yeah, so this is from 2018. The old the agendas they give the students. So they had extra ones in there. Excuse me. And they said, like, throw them out. And I was like, okay, all but one. One for me. Okay, the next day is Wednesday. I just put a quote in here. It says, hit the gym, avoid drama, smell nice, make money, level up your circle, talk less, pray more, think highly of yourself. I have a little piece of vellum in here for fun. I don't even know. A little stamp there. I did fill out this fun sheet today, which I really enjoyed. This was from Happy Mail. I really liked it, and I thought it was fun. So just checking in. Look, there's no journaling on here, but we know I felt productive. I had good emotions. I interacted with people. I felt like I gave good effort, fun, quality of food, not so good, goals and achievements, pretty good. Best part of today, I felt productive at work and despite office challenges and felt strong at the gym and enjoyed dinner. And worst part, frustration with office. And would you recommend today? Yes. Why? Felt good and connected. Overall rating 5 stars. Like, what a fun way just to document your day very, very quickly. So I think that's fun. Quick little journal day. Okay, this is Thursday, the next day, the 13th, and this is the day my daughter celebrated with her roommates. So they all went out to a Mexican restaurant. They had what are these? Margaritas? Pictures of margaritas, right? Yeah, picture. Anyway, so that's her in the big hat, and these are her friends, and they gave her things, and it was just fun. They had it's a fun group of kids. It's a really fun little time. So this is the day that the children at school did Valentine's Day parties, a lot of them, and so this was a little goodie bag from one of them. This is a stamp. This is a stamp. This is a stamp. This is a stamp, the winter. And I put, Rue celebrated her birthday with friends. We had snow today and the kids had a great time playing in it at recess. And I loved all the Valentine's Day parties. And I just put, love my job. Super fun. It was so fun to see the kids play. I mean, sometimes we cancel recess like for crazy rain. But we don't cancel recess if we don't have to here. I mean, because we would cancel it every day, like in the rain. But it was like literally snowing. The kids had the best time. It was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to do that. This little coffee right here is on a Thursday. And I put right here, good group. I have a weekly parent group, coffee group on Thursday mornings that I host. And it was a good group, I guess. So. All right, the next day is Valentine's Day, and I finally got to use this giant piece of steak. This was in my capsule from the month before. I know that. I don't know why. Maybe it was magazine. Anyway, it finally goes on this day because my husband made a giant steak. So my sweet Valentine got off early today, and on his way home, he picked up steak and shrimp and cooked a sweet dinner. We had a good talk with my mom and visited. Then did a Valentine puzzle that he bought. He's so sweet. Then we took a nap and watched Kinda Pregnant for a movie. Pretty lame, but a few good laughs. He went to bed and I stayed on couch way too late and watched Equalizer. That's our Valentine's Day. Ha ha. I mean, we obviously don't do, like presents or anyway. So I did film this day, and oh yeah, this is an old Valentine card from Gigi. So I took off the front of it and put it in here, and I just made this heart a little tuck. I'm so sad. My daughter gave me a water bottle from her sorority, and I lost it on the trip. Now I know where it is. And so I filed a lost item. I called the rental car. They said no one turned it in. I filed a form for a lost item. And like they say, like it wasn't found. Like I know it was in the car. Like I was drinking out of it on the way to I'm so frustrated and I'm so sad and I can't order another one. And my heart is just broken. And I had to tell her, and I just felt like the worst mom ever. The worst mom ever. So here is a picture of my mug today. It is a Valentine's Day mug, if you can see that. And right there in it is a Valentine heart. It's a piece of paper because I was playing with hearts and whatever on my desk from the Valentines I made with the kids, and it fell into my coffee. But at the moment I thought, it's artistic. Let's take a picture of it. So that was our Valentine's Day. All right, the next day is Saturday the 15th. I'm going to take a look at where we're at and see what we want to do. I'll scoot you up a little bit. First of all, we're at 31 minutes. I'm gonna keep going. How about that? I can't remember. I feel like I did this page with you, or maybe I just showed it. I'm not too sure. Not a lot going on here. It's Saturday. I was home. Obviously, it was raining. I can tell you. This is a stamp. This is a stamp. Stamp, 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 stamp. Okay. So nice to have a day at home and journal, enjoyed coffee, and filmed a video just getting grounded again. Yeah. So literally nothing else. I don't know. I don't know if my husband worked. It sounds like he did probably because I would normally write he was working on something or we did something. But excuse me, I'm trying to get my water in. I mean, not a lot, but I had fun using my stamps. Again, I wouldn't normally like take the time to get out my stamps to make this, right? To make a picture of my iced coffee that day. But because stamp was my prompt, I'm obviously trying to use them more. So I don't know. The next day is Sunday the 16th. Again, literally no journaling. There's like a little tiny card. Fun sticker. This is a stamp. I messed about toothpaste. Another lazy day at home, got quiet, journal, and TV time. Literally, that's all I did. Oh, my husband worked again. So I didn't buy toothpaste. I must have opened a new toothpaste. That's it, folks. That's it. So I could have journaled like what I ate. I could have journaled probably what I watched that day, but I didn't. I just journal and TV. In fairness, I probably did laundry, and I obviously did the dishes or like that sort of surface, whatever. But like, that's it. So really basic journal page. And there's a lot of them. So just prepare yourself. All right. Monday, the 17th, I put a little card here. Monday. That's interesting. I wonder why I did that. Oh, because it's President's Day. I was like, that's weird. I don't normally go to a thrift store on a Monday. We had the day off work. It was President's Day. So my son's girlfriend's dog turned 2 today. So here's a picture. He has like, I don't know, a dog burger or cake or something that they made and a light up number 2. And he's right there. And then this was a little ad I had, and I put a little party hat. That's a stamp. I put that on there. And I just put, they celebrated Pork's birthday today. So cute. And then this is a stamp here I made. This, it says I went to the thrift store and I found a new punch. Look at that fun punch. Is that not cool? I did film this page with you. So I know because some of you commented on the party hat. I obviously went to Starbucks this morning. And then this is the other thrift store I went to. And then we got a couple calls and an email. There was a bear spotted on the street next to ours. And so, they always send out the reminder, like, please, whatever, like, bring your food in, whatever. Don't leave stuff out that attracts them, but please let them be. Like, stay out of their way, obviously, and, let them be. So, yeah, holiday, no work, went thrifting, lazy, fun day. And I had a phone call today. So it's probably with Rue. I didn't mark it down, but there's a stamp there to note that I had some phone calls. All right. The next day is the 18th. Gosh, you're going to see this theme quite a bit. This says, I'm back. I think I filmed this part with you. Those are stamps, obviously. Went back to the gym today. It has been a struggle. What is this, February? It's been a struggle literally for like 6 months. It's been a struggle. Off the bus. Let me tell you, I've been off the bus. I need to get back on the bus. Steps, I put 21,000 plus gym. On Mondays, I walk at work, so I'm sure that's what happened. This, friends, is a journal page. And if you haven't seen this journaling, this is a journal page, and then I just ripped it out and used it. So, yeah. And it says, back to work, busy day, hit the gym, always feels good. I don't know why I'm still struggling so much. It always feels so good. I need to get my food under control again. I used my new backpack for work today. I need a new gym bag so I don't carry 4 bags. Ha ha. Yeah, so actually now that I'm remembering, when I went to the thrift store, I bought a new backpack to take to work. That's right. Because I was carrying like a nice work bag, if you will. I don't know how to say that. Like, and all the teachers carry backpacks. I don't know. Like, so I bought like this pretty cool backpack that I actually really like. And so that's working great. And then, oh yeah, here's my new backpack. It doesn't look like that, but there's a little note about it. But I do need a new gym bag. Like, my gym bag is another backpack, but it's not very big. It's pretty tiny. And I often bring a few pairs of shoes to the gym, depending on the day. I normally have an outfit and a half maybe in there in case, whatever. I don't know. Like, whatever. I normally have pants and shorts, maybe 2 different tanks and 2 different bras. I don't know. Like, I just need more space in my bag, especially for the different shoes. So depending on the day, you might wear 2 pairs of shoes at the gym. And I don't wear my shoes into the gym. So that means I'm changing, whatever. And then I have a separate bag of my clothes because like I go from work. So I change at the gym. So you're bringing clothes in. It's a lot. I literally feel like I have 4 bags when I go in there. So I'm still looking for a bigger gym bag, I guess is what I'm saying. And this was February. Today's June 1st. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so late on this. I'm so sorry. Okay. The next day is Wednesday, the 19th. And my daughter sent a picture of the snow they got in Tennessee. This is a stamp. This is just Posca paint markers. I put that on there. Why did we get a sandwich? Oh, I think this was Counselor's Day. Today it snowed in Tennessee. I got a cute picture. We had sandwiches deliver. Oh yeah, for Counselor's Appreciation Day. That was nice. Always feels good to be appreciated. Went to the gym after work and put a new cover. Oh, our new duvet came today. My husband bought it. It was his turn to choose after 27 years. Haha. Watching the Daytona 500. The president was there watching the unit. Oh gosh, I love the unit. This is the thing from the duvet. I see. Got it. This is a stamp here. But I mean, really, like, not a lot. This is from my daughter. I wrote a note like what we ate at lunch for work, and that this is the duvet cover thing, right? And what we're watching on TV. And I guess I went to the gym. So yeah. All right, the 20th. I know just by looking at it, it's a Thursday, even if you hadn't just showed me a Wednesday. I know just because of the sticker. So this is the day I have my coffee lunch. Here's some coffee tape here. This page has very little on it. You can't even see it because the blue marker came through from the other side. But I wrote in this light green pen. I guess I could go over it. It says, good day, work, always enjoy Thursdays. And my parent group came home from work and watched TV with E. I'm so tired and night feels good to relax even though I'm avoiding things. Yeah, like I know I have stuff to do, right? And so, but I just came home and watched TV and like went to bed. So kind of exhausted in the evenings and we watched USA lose to Canada in final game. That was tough. Yep, that was a bummer. This is off of like one of the bulletin boards at work. And so like when the teachers tear down their boards or whatever and there's trash or whatever, I go through it. I take it. I don't need this flip. Like this could have easily just been this page, but it was already a flip, so we left it. Okay, we could have, chosen to flip it this way, but we didn't need it there either. So I just left it, but it's like unneeded. So, but really no journaling. All right, the 21st, I obviously had a bath, had some coffee. Let's see. What do we got? I think I made this page with you. Stopped for coffee on the way in and had a good day at work. What day is today? Oh, Friday, yeah. Came home, took a good bath and relaxed early to bed. Got the call from, oh, yeah. So I got a call from the friend wanting to talk about stuff at the gym. Lots of stuff, like emotional stuff and whatever. It was this big debacle thing, and it just really was unfortunate, but I'm glad she could call me. It was like a young friend at the gym. Anyway, yeah. So, I put hello there, and this cat face, that is me during the phone call, because I was like, this is crazy. This is Dollar Tree tape. It's not sticking great. We'll see how it does. Here is, so I obviously talked to Rue today. Here's a paw print sticker and a picture of Whiskey. Nothing but blue skies. Got the sweet picture of Whiskey enjoying the sun today. Yep, so he's out like on their deck. He sunbathes out there. And here is my little coffee stick from my coffee this morning. All right, the next day is the 22nd. Look how fat this journal. I mean, it's just like not even, yeah. 22nd, and it's Saturday, and it says, let's stay home and be cozy. Now, here is, it says it rained today. Nice to have a short week again. Nice to stay home. Opened a new journal, ordered from Poshmark, and fun extra crafting goodies. Excuse me, I did film that one for you guys. Used Brooks printables and made Dolly pumpkin cookies. She nailed it again. Dolly can cook, man. And if she can't cook, she can hire some good chefs to make her some box stuff. I don't know. This is a little stamp here. This is the packaging from, the tortillas that you rip off the top. So I just made that into a little flag there. All right. So here's a little Brooks, beautiful printable face there. Oh, this is the tag that came with the journal I bought, and it had this really fun, like t-shirt that she'd cut strips out of. I mean, it's just literally off of, I just thought it was so funny. She's just a crafting person. It might be one of you. I don't know. I loved it so much. So anyway, I just put that in there. And then this is the little thing from the Dolly box. It says pumpkin spice cookies. And the vibe of the day for February 22nd is you're going to be at the right place at the right time for what is meant to be. That's good, because I was at home and it felt right. All right, the next day is Sunday the 23rd. We obviously, I think we worked on the house a little bit today and cleaned a little bit, but let's see. Oh, I ran to the thrift store today. What is happening? What's going on? Oh, the glue ooched. I see. There it goes. Okay. Went to the thrift store today to return stuff and shop. Went to the market, grabbed groceries and burgers, and then grabbed Panda Express on the way home and had leftovers. Did not do all the stuff on the to-do list, however. Yep. So that just goes in there. Here's a little stamp. It is definitely raining, and got a good deal on like hamburgers. Here is some scrappy tape up here, and this is the little thing off the, Panda Express, obviously. And this is a stamp here. So very, very simple pages. Here is the next day, which is Monday the 24th. And it says, Happy Monday. Rue had her first actual day in kindergarten. Had a great day. So exciting. So this was the first day that she got to start her observations as, a student teacher. And so she sent me her little picture that day to kind of note it. This is, yeah, that's all I wrote about this day. I'm assuming I went to work. I'm assuming my husband went to work. I'm assuming my son's in school. I'm all the stuff, right? All I wrote about was Rue. And that's okay, because it's a special thing noted that day. We don't have to write everything that happens in our day. It's okay to write just one thing if it's a special thing, or whatever you want, whatever, comes up for you. So this is one of my favorite stamps for her, because that was kind of my other nickname for her. She's always been my dream catcher. And this one says, "You're a shining star." So yeah, kind of fun. Very exciting for her. All right. The next day, raining, and went to the new gym today. So quit the old gym, started the new gym. This I wrote with you guys. I just wrote like behind this little person. It says, "Rain, rain, go again, go away, come again another day." Like, and I wrote it over and over again, and made it into this little tip thing, kind of. What a day. This is a stamp, and it says, "Went to the new gym today. Lots of emotions and stupid energy I tried, tied into gym thoughts." Again, nothing on this page except I went to the gym and it was raining. Okay. So, but that is okay. It has very clear memories for me, and I know enough about that day. Again, I did go to work. I'm assuming, all the stuff. Okay. All right. This card obviously said "dance in the rain," and I said, we cannot dance in the rain. I know because I wrote this, but like, we had indoor recess. It's raining so much, recess is canceled, and the kids are bananas. It made me sad. And I remember indoor recess as a kid, and they were so fun, and it sucks that the kids don't enjoy it, and it's hard on the staff, us also. Yeah, indoor recess is no fun, friends. I don't know. The kids don't love it. The teachers don't I remember as a kid, it was so much fun. We played all these games, but it's very different now. So anyway, it says, "Woke up today and my husband was already gone. I was so tired. I didn't even know he left or where he was." It's a Wednesday. I remember just being so disoriented, right? Like in the middle of it. House bill passed today. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. So I think it's still in the process. I think it still needs to pass the Senate. I'm not too sure on that one. I just remember seeing that post, and so I wanted to document that. I went to the old gym for a workout tonight, because once you quit, you still have 30 days. So like, you still have to pay for that month essentially. But anyway, so I still wanted to work out with my friends. So went to work out tonight, then went to tacos after. Always fun to be with the crew and enjoy hanging out. A lot of mixed emotions regarding moving gyms. This is a stamp, probably one of my favorites. I love this is a little sticker from one of the kids. This is a sticker. I want to say we ran the student store today and I got this sticker. That's probably where that came from. But again, I didn't document it. I don't know. All right, the 27th. Let's see here. Panera Bread, good day at work. Got to have dinner. Oh, I got to go to dinner with my coworker or ex-coworker. We try to meet up so often. Always enjoy catching up and chatting about work stuff, since sometimes we kind of feel isolated in our jobs. I did not go to the gym. She still does she had to move sites, and so I don't get to work with her every day. This is a beautiful sticker that I love so much from Sweet Lydia, and I finally used it. I absolutely love it. I was so excited that the sun was out. Great group this morning. So here's another stamp with the mug. Always feels productive and helpful. Yeah, Thursday. But again, that's it. Okay. The next day is Friday, whoop, whoop, the 28th of February. And oh my goodness, this was the start of the CrossFit Open. So if you know, you know. It's an amazing competition that happens at CrossFit gyms and in garages, I guess, too, whatever. But anyway, it's super fun. And so here's the crew at the new gym, the ones that came from the old gym over to the new gym. We all did it together. It was super fun. Good day at work, headed to the new gym for the start of the CrossFit Open. So out of shape. Narrows crew showed up. Yep. It's so cool to have people sign up for the open. Let's go. Yeah, I'm like really not in the best physical shape right now, and just have not been consistent at the gym. There's no other way around it. Like I just haven't been consistent. Which if I'm not consistent at the gym, then my food is inconsistent, and then it's a downhill circle, right? So, but it felt great. It felt great to go. It felt great to be around people. It felt great to, anyway, this is a stamp here. And then, I did not put, I guess I could, I can leave this in there. I did have the temperature on here. It was 60 degrees. And I also put today was pink and red day at school. And friends, that's the last day of February. So that's the end of this book. I did have an extra page in here. And so I made a page for 29 and then I crossed, like, I knew it wasn't a leap year, but I made a page for 29 and then I put no leap year this year and a little frog stamp, and some stamps this way. And then that's the end of my book. And that concludes the flip for February of 2025 in my Sweet Dolly journal. That was a super busy month and just like so blessed. And I'm so glad that there's so many fun memories in here. And I'm so glad that we take the time to document our days, not everything about our days, but some of the things about our days, and that we have them kind of captured in these beautiful books that a lot of us share. So thanks for being here. I'm super grateful to all of you. I really appreciate your comments, and please let me know if you have any questions. I'm really sorry this is so late, but I appreciate you watching, and I hope that your journaling is going well. Wherever you are in your journaling, you might be watching this years from now. I have no idea, but that was my February. Let me know how your February was. No, let me know how your journaling is currently going. Oh, and I also have this was Happy Mail, and is that not the... I was like so sad to use it, but not. Like it's absolutely perfect. It's pink and red for my Rue in Nashville. Is that not the sweetest thing ever? I love it so much. I love it so much. So this sweet book is ready for my shelf. Now, I have not labeled it. I will label it like right here. I'll just write on here like February 2025. I'm not going to do anything else to the cover at all, because I mean, it's Dolly and I can't. So I will just write on here, and then that will be clear in the future. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.